Pleasant good evening, everyone. Respected judges, teachers, and all those people who have gathered here. Today I'm here to talk on the topic, health is wealth. Do you agree? I believe that it's not a question for all of us because all of us actually give pivotal importance to health. The reason being that in the present day generation or in the present era, as we all know that we're always being chased by lifestyle diseases and surrounded by a lot of pollutants, and being in a society where we are constantly being thinking about, and our constant thoughts are always being about importance of health and how we can achieve better health. We know that even if you're rich enough, health is very important in our life. And as being a student of science, I would like to say that we need to just follow each and every kind of balanced diet and all those sorts of things in order to maintain well health. So just as I've begun, that health can only be achieved if we have both physical, mental, as well as emotional health. As being defined as health by the many of those organizations, health is nothing, it's not only meant by physical health or maintaining physical health, but health exactly means they need to be healthy in every aspect. It's physical, mental, emotional, social, and also reproductive health. So as we have these organizations in our country, which is particularly those organizations which provide importance to reproductive health and child health care, so we can understand how much health is important. So most of the people, like layman, in their language, maybe health can be taken to be considered only in physical terms. But in a present day generation, you need to talk about mental health too. Because in an online era, we're more driven into digital well-being and talking about people and students and even young generation, which are more crazily driven into the fact and more driven into more like mobile phones and digital platforms. You need to understand how much we need to just focus on our mental health. And being mental health means we need to be happy enough and need to be surrounded by people who can provide us with happiness. And when you talk about social health, we need to live in a society which actually understands the emotions and the feelings of others. It's more like all those people have said here, like criticizing others and body shaming others. Of course, we are in a society which never finds, tries to find the flaws in people. Maybe even though we find a person, we may not be just interested to find what is very better or good in them. Most of us will look for the flaws and mistakes. So of course, in order to achieve all the sorts of health, we need to be just understand how others feel. And when we talk about the next thing, that is, of course, physical health. We need to free from diseases. We have just seen an epidemic pass by and how we all have suffered. We just had very good medical assistance in our country, and that is one of the main reasons we were able to just pass that situation in our life. And it was a very critical situation that none of us were able to move out from our homes, and we were just into our homes, in the four walls of a house, and we understood how much important our health is. And at the moment, I can see that people going for joggings and for walking and morning walks, and you can find that they are just being driven into the understanding of how health is important. So lifestyle diseases are very much prevalent in nowadays. And what's the reason for lifestyle diseases? The same term, it's based on lifestyle. Of course, once we had the traditions of having food from our home, having meal, not going outside, but it's more like we are now more into fast foods, and that may be one of the reasons why the increasing obesity. And it's usually according to certain kinds of records and data. It's said that within this 10 years, or within a decade, there will be an increase in the obesity, especially in the teenagers and people from 18 to 25 years. Not a gradual, but a peak rise in that. So what you can understand from this? So even we are just doing on conferences and many sorts of things about going for a healthy generation, a future, we need to understand that even though we actually host a very huge population, it's demographically we are one of the most populous country in the world, we need to provide proper extension and healthcare services to all these. We know that poverty is one of the major problems of country, so of course we need to provide better healthcare facilities in every part of the country, especially through private as well as public enterprises, through government, and it's one of our priorities. We need to provide more cash as well as more in our all those kinds of things we need to be put forward by the government so that health can be considered better. So I believe that each one of us agrees with my thought, and I'm thanking you, and thank you for everyone for providing this opportunity. Thank you, and have a nice day.